Welcome to the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hello and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I hope you all have had a wonderful day today. Mine wasn't a great day today. It was kind of challenging. I have to be honest with y'all. By about noon today, I was ready to clock out and start drinking alcoholic beverages by the pool. It's super hot here in Texas, y'all. It's going to be 102 degrees this week. Yeah, it's hot and people will be crazy. And I'm done. You know, it is only Wednesday. So lucky for me, I only have one more day in my work week and I'm off Friday and Saturday. Now this weekend is going to be Father's Day. So happy early Father's Day to all of the daddies out there. Hopefully you get to spend time with your father, or if you're a father, you get to go out and spoil yourself for the day. I may or may not have a special video for you on Father's Day. It just all depends how the universe works out for me. I still have my brand new coffee pot sitting in a box that's been there for 3 days. Again, a fun week for me. If you haven't watched my European engagement ring video, I talk about how I broke my vacuum cleaner and my coffee pot in the same week. So it's, you know, very expensive over here in Michelle's household. And I have a 15-year-old cat named Romeo who's decided he wants to poop everywhere but his box. So the fun just keeps on going for me, folks. But I just really appreciate y'all being here because it makes my life so much more better when I have a cat who poops everywhere and I don't have a coffee pot. So thank y'all for that. I'm sorry. It's just been one of those days. Forgive my intro. It might be TMI. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So guys, I've noticed something very interesting happening in the press regarding Meghan Markle. It appears that her PR firm, Sunshine Sachs, is definitely working overtime producing these happy, feel-good, positive press pieces. They're definitely creating a narrative surrounding Meghan Markle as the new feminist superhero, the Green Cape Crusader herself, the savior on a white horse, Meghan Markle. They are definitely churning out all of these new press pieces, making Meghan out to be this magnificent Mother Teresa incarnate savior of every cause out there in the world. If you have a charity, if you have a disaster, if you have a problem, Meghan Markle will don her green cape and she will fly out there and she will make it known her presence. Of course, if you're her father, Thomas Markle, who suffered a life-threatening stroke, apparently he didn't make the cut, but the Green Cape Crusader, guys, is heading out to a burning building, rescuing kittens in a tree. It's no wonder where this woman will be because, again, Meghan Markle is the savior of the universe. They are definitely plugging the crap out of her heroism and her feminism and her good philanthropy. But on the other side of the token, regarding Harry, nothing. Harry plays polo. Harry is upset. Harry's been shunned by his family. Here's another photo of Harry being unhappy. Oh, look, Harry with his other lawsuit. Here's another one about Harry being miserable. Nothing. It's like, I'm sorry, is Sunshine Sachs only representing Meghan Markle, the savior? Because Prince Harry sure as hell not getting any positive press here. In my opinion, this spells trouble for the future. In my opinion, Meghan Markle is setting herself up on a completely different path, separated from her husband, Harry. If you look at it, she has all of her own separate projects. Harry has his own projects. I believe a couple of months ago, they announced that they were each going to go off on their own path. and do their own projects. But then Meghan got herself over on the Heart of Invictus, and she shows up for all of his polo matches, giving him awards, looking like the femme fatale from a 1940s noir movie. So it's like she won't let Harry have his moment in the sun. She's always got to be a part of it, but yet she's flying off to Uvalde looking like a martyr with her sunglasses and don't take my photo, I'm just here for the children, right? But Harry didn't go there, just Meghan. And now we have even more reports that are coming out that are very suspicious of the timing. It's very odd to me how they're releasing these press stories where when Meghan was back in the Netherlands for the Heart of Invictus, again, she couldn't let Harry have his moment in the sun. There's a new story where Meghan did a visit for the charity called Project Fearless, where she worked as a coach for the nonprofit in Amsterdam, where she gave advice to the young students on entrepreneurship. Well, this happened back in April for The Hague, and now they're releasing it in June? Why are they now releasing it? Right after the disaster of the Platinum Jubilee, where they received all of this negative press, now you're getting all these fluff pieces of Meghan and her acts of kindness and her charity. Again, Meghan the Savior. So they have this nice little fluff piece talking about how Meghan came to visit them. She partnered with the Amsterdam-based nonprofit, which works to empower young women and non-binary students to further their education, be creative, and become the best versions of themselves. Meghan joined the organization's first entrepreneurship course as a guest coach to listen to the students' sustainable business pitches and offer feedback. The Duchess visit was a brilliant way to celebrate the impact that Project Fearless has made over the last 3 years, introducing the girls to an accessible role model who is making a difference and using her voice. That was a quote from the Project Fearless founder, Merida Miller. So again, this charity just celebrated their 3-year anniversary. So when Meghan was over there in the Netherlands, she just happened to stop by this charity, but they waited until now to release it to the public. So again, I find this extremely strange, the timing. Now, this press piece that was done by Harper's Bazaar, it reads like Meghan's resume, like her PR firm just fed it to them and said, here is Meghan's history of being a feminist philanthropist. Make sure you put all of this in the article. Now, if you remember in some of my previous videos, we talked about how Meghan hoodwinked Harry and how she created a whole new persona of herself when she was pursuing Harry, when she changed herself from being an actress to being a philanthropist. You know, I think she put supermodel, actress, and she changed it to philanthropist. So you can tell on this Harper's Bazaar fluff piece that Sunshine Sachs definitely made sure they got a lot of the key points highlighting Meghan's history of being a charitable superhero. Let me read part of it to you. Meghan has long been an advocate of women's rights. In 2015, she became a United Nations Women's Advocate for women's political participation and leadership. In 2017, she traveled around the world to India with World Vision to meet girls and women being impacted by the stigma of menstrual cycle health. In 2018, she gave a speech about women's right to education while on a royal tour of Fiji with her husband, Prince Harry. Okay, so he got one nod there. And in 2019, she wrote empowering messages on bananas to women trying to free themselves of sex work and addiction, and spoke on a panel for International Women's Day at King's College in London. Talk about submitting your resume, making sure they get all of the bullet points in a press piece, but they're not done. In April 2021, the Duchess hosted a roundtable discussion with members of Girls Inc. and the National Women's Law Center that gave young girls a platform to speak about the challenges of their generation facing at this moment. as per her statement on Archwell's website. And this year, to support Women's History Month, she and Harry, got another one, offered grants through their Archwell Foundation to 4 leading organizations working to advance gender equality. Again, this whole thing is about building Meghan up, talking about her resume, talking about her history, making sure the world knows all of the charitable things that she has done because she's a superhero. It's like they're always trying to oversell Meghan and tell us how nice she is and how great she is. Well, I'm sorry, you can tell me all these things bullet pointed on a piece of paper, but when you can't go and fly and see your daddy who had a life-altering stroke, who cannot speak and has to go through rehabilitation and could have passed away, and you couldn't get in a car and drive 3 hours to see your father, I'm sorry, this crap isn't working for me. How about taking care of your daddy? How about that? How about apologizing to the royal family? How about putting out a public statement retracting the negative things and the lies that you said in the Oprah Winfrey interview? How about, taking that back? How about apologizing, owning your mistake? Then maybe I could look at you and say, okay, you're a decent person. But you can sit here and you can have your team put out all these fluff pieces. It's not going to convince me or pretty much anyone else that you're a good person. A nice try, but it's still not working. Now, another press piece that they put out is Meghan Markle reached out to a food charity on poignant anniversary, being her beautiful, kind self. The Duchess of Sussex left a lovely voice message for the Hub Community Kitchen, a group that came together to prepare food for their community after being displaced following the Grenfell fire. Well, just a few days ago, William and Catherine attended the 5-year anniversary of the Grenfell fire, their memorial service, so it's been all over the news. But then the next day, here comes out this press piece about Meghan's voice message, because again, she's Mother Teresa, she's so caring. Now look, I'm not bagging on anyone trying to be charitable, trying to be kind, but these press pieces are just coming out, painting Meghan to be the savior on a white horse. Then they have Harry on the complete opposite with nothing positive at all about him, which I find extremely weird. The only things, if you Google Harry, is Harry's upset about his family. Harry was snubbed. You see pictures of Harry and his sourpuss face. You see Harry falling off his polo horse. And then you have Meghan, the white knight, the savior, the green cape crusader, the Mother Teresa incarnate. It's bizarre how they're painting her out to be this superhero. I don't get it. It's like, doesn't Sunshine Sacks also work for Harry? Because let me tell you, they're not doing anything positive for his reputation. But they're sure working overtime on Megzy. So again, they wanted to separate the brands. Meghan wanted to separate herself and go off and do her feminist podcast, possibly write a book. She was working on Pearl, which of course got canceled. Harry had Heart of Invictus, and he has his memoir coming out. But again, Meghan put herself right in the middle of the Heart of Invictus. She put herself in Polo, and she's probably going to be helping Harry write his book because the woman can't let him shine without her. But I find it very weird how she went out to Texas by herself. Again, there was rumors that Harry realized this was a bad move, but she went out by herself to look like a martyr, and it backfired on her. Now Sunshine Sacks is churning out these press pieces, making sure everyone has all the bullet points. Are you making sure you're going to make all these announcements about Meghan's experience, about how she did all these things? Make sure that's in the article. Very suspect. I'm sure tomorrow there's going to be an article of how Meghan saved some kittens from a burning building. Maybe someone's car runs out of gas and she's going to push it across the street. I mean, again, she's the Green Cape Crusader, y'all. Nothing she can't do. So I find it very suspect that Meghan is getting a lot of PR push and Harry gets nothing. Again, I don't think their marriage is on solid ground. That is my opinion. And I believe she is setting herself up for her next phase. So let me tell you something. If everything goes in the crapper, Meghan ain't going down with the ship, folks. She's not a ride or die chick. Okay? We've already said it before. Meghan is not a ride or die chick. So in my opinion, she's trying to save face in the public. She's making herself out to be this charitable woman. And Harry's looking like a royal joke. He's looking like a royal buffoon in the corner, juggling his balls and falling off of polo horses and sitting there with his little sad face because no one's talking to me at the church service. They're making him look awful in the press, and Sunshine Sachs is not doing anything to solve that narrative. And now he's supposed to come out with a book? I mean, someone needs to make a phone call somewhere, Harry, because she's selling you up the river, son. There's something messed up there. So in my opinion, I think there's trouble in paradise. Meghan, maybe she's trying to get all the positive pieces of her feminist work because, again, supposedly her podcast is supposed to come out sometime this summer. We don't know where it is. It's crickets. I actually went to the Spotify website, and since March 24th, nada. Ever since they dropped that horrible trailer, we haven't heard a peep. So no one even knows if it's dead in the water, if it's going to come out. Nothing. So I think there's a lot of issues behind the scenes. Like I mentioned in my previous video, Spotify is taking control. They want to make sure she puts in the juice. They want the gossip. They want her to put a different narrative on it. But Meghan is trying to create this feminist hero, through her Sunshine Sachs, the savior. So I just think it's very interesting how they're building up Meghan and doing nothing for Harry. So what do you think of Harry and Meghan's PR firm working overtime, creating this new narrative of Meghan Markle, the savior, and doing absolutely nothing for Harry's reputation? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and make sure that you stay around for the RDT Family Extras. So if you aren't aware, my friend has a mug business on Etsy that I've talked about before, but I just ordered my own mug. This one is called Old Money, and it says rich and pretty on the mug. It's a really nice size 15-ounce mug, which again, I need a lot of coffee in the morning. But guys, it is such a cute mug. There's a lady walking a poodle. There's a castle. There's a little Fiat. It is such a cute mug. So if you're interested, guys, you can save, I believe, 15% if you use the link below. She is a small business owner, and she has some really cute mugs on there. I hope you will go and check her out. Also on the Starz Network, there is a new show called Becoming Elizabeth. Now this has to deal with Elizabeth I. So the first episode came out just yesterday. So if you have the Starz Network, I get mine through Amazon. You might be able to watch it on demand if you missed it. Sometimes they repeat it, but it's very, very interesting. It starts with the death of her father, King Henry VIII, where he left the country in turmoil. And of course, her brother Edward, who was around 10 years old, was the heir to the throne. And it was under a regency with Jane Seymour's brothers fighting to be the protector of Edward. And there were some major issues with Catherine Parr. Of course, she remarried one of Seymour's brothers, and there was talk of having Elizabeth and Mary removed from the line of succession because, again, Elizabeth I was the only child from Anne Boleyn, and many people considered her to be illegitimate. So it's very interesting mini-series on the Starz Network. So I hope that you will check it out. It's called Becoming Elizabeth. So I'm really excited to start this series. I believe it comes out once a week. So I believe yesterday, probably every Tuesday, will be a new episode. But let me know if you guys are going to go and check out that series. But I hope you guys will go and get yourself a cute mug and watch this show, Becoming Elizabeth. Let me know, guys, if you're going to check it out. And if you have any shows that you think I will enjoy, please let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for new movies and TV shows to watch. Thanks, guys, and have an awesome and amazing day.